Mic 1, check. Hello? Is this working? Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2.
Well, hello there.
Hey guys, Beta 1 Studios right here with an Adobe Audition tutorial. We're going to be taking a look at one of the simplest, most fundamental functions inside of Audition today, and that is pitch shifting. I suppose the most basic way to describe pitch is how high or low a sound is. But in the technical world, we have ways to quantify this highness or lowness into actual numbers called frequencies. And that is where Adobe Audition may be of assistance. Alright, so here we are inside of Audition. In this tutorial, I'll be covering two of the more practical pitch shifting effects, namely manual pitch correction and stretch and pitch. As you can see, I have on loop a section of my usual tutorial demo track, which is Unity by Kevin MacLeod. I've pretty much used this track for all of my Audition tutorials to date, but just in case this is your first time joining me here, I'll drop a link down below so that you can download this track and follow along with me if you want. So with that out of the way, let's navigate ourselves up to Effects and find the drop-down labeled Time and Pitch. Let's go ahead and select Manual Pitch Correction. And with that, you'll notice that a dialog box pops up as well as a tiny control panel with an amplification shortcut, which can bump up your volume by up to 15 decibels, and an option to manually change the pitch by plus or minus 500 cents. We'll come back to the dialog box later, but right now let's try a few things with this control panel here. If you slide left and right on this top value, it'll change the gain to however loud or soft you want it to be. Now, the value below this is what actually does the pitch shifting. If I raise this value, the pitches will get higher and higher. And likewise, if I lower the value, the pitches will get lower and lower. Now, the manual pitch correction effect is especially useful because you can actually move the pitch values around and hear the pitch changing in real time. Also, the other unique thing about this effect is that you can actually set keyframes for the pitch values. Your pitch baseline is represented by this yellow horizontal line in the middle here, and if you click on it, it'll create a keyframe. If you then create another keyframe on a higher pitch point, Audition will actually shift the pitch of your audio from the low keyframe to the high keyframe. With this sort of versatility, the possibilities of this effect are endless. Don't just take my word for it, I'll let Adobe Audition speak for itself on this one. One more thing to note here, in the dialog box you can check spline curves to smooth out your keyframe transitions and basically create a curvature within your pitch shifting. Alright, so I think now would be a good time to take a look at our second effect of the day, which is stretch and pitch. Let's just head back up to Effects, Time and Pitch, but this time let's go to Stretch and Pitch Process. This will bring up a larger dialog box with lots of parameters that you can alter. Now, the interesting thing about this effect is that it treats time and pitch as two separate variables, so you can actually change one without changing the other. Granted, it may not sound all that natural if you do something like that, but still, it's nice to be able to have those kinds of controls. The main pitch shifting control can be found here, next to the pitch shift slider. You can use this slider to slide your pitch around like we just did in the manual effect, but unlike in manual, this effect will always give you a numerical value relative to the track, with 0 being no pitch shift at all, negative being a lower pitch, and positive being a higher pitch. Now, this parameter is measured in semitones, which is actually a type of pitch measurement. One semitone equals 1 half step. Now, it's okay if you don't know what that means, but for any fellow musicians out there, if you're looking to shift the pitch of your audio by any exact interval, this effect is probably the best tool for the job. Also, as you can see, this effect is capable of shifting pitch to some pretty extreme points, but you'll probably start losing quality beyond anything more than about 4 semitones. Now, as I said before, you can also do some time stretching with this tool as well. Time stretching is basically making your audio speed up or slow down. For instance, what you're hearing right now is my regular voice time stretched to 50%, which is twice as fast. So if I set the time stretch to, say, 200%, my audio will take twice the amount of time to fully play out. In other words, it'll play at half my original speed. Likewise, 500% would be 1/5 of the speed, and 50% would be twice the speed. "12.5% is the fastest speed Audition can process for a time stretch, but honestly, I don't think anyone would ever need to go to such an extreme. Now, the nice thing is, you can do both time stretching and pitch shifting at the same time. Say I set my stretch to 90% and my pitch shift to 5 semitones. This will speed up my audio and raise the pitch both at the same time. Now, let's say that you have an audio clip and you want it to fit within a certain time. Not a problem, just go to the top section and under New Duration, you can actually type in whatever time you want. Right now my track is almost 7 seconds long, but perhaps I want it to fit into 5 seconds. I just type that in, and just like that, Audition will calculate the exact stretch needed to make my audio fit into 5 seconds of time. You can actually see the difference in time in the preview editor. Note that my top waveform lasts 6.8 seconds, while the bottom one only lasts for 5. Well, that was quite a bit to take in. So, to summarize, manual pitch correction is better for when you need a more visually interactive way to change your pitch. And stretch and pitch is better when you know the exact amount you want to shift your pitch, or if you need to time stretch your audio, or both of those things. And now for my final demonstration, I thought I'd combine both of these effects to make something totally crazy. So, here goes nothing. Yeah, no. Let's not do that. Anyway, that's about all I've got. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will catch you guys next time.
Whew, finally. Nailed it that time. Now then, time for a snack. Oh shoot, it's still recording.
Oh, hey, just pretend you didn't hear any of that.